provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Kahit saan sa buong mundo, is anywhere in the world, nandito kami to bring to you a web-based Fil-Am Radio Show. With Bert NorbCam, Miles, Salvador, and Vicky, Navarro, on air all the time every Tuesday in Seattle, in the US. May konting news, may konting sports, definitely there will be singing, coming from talents old and new. Come one, come all, enjoy the show. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show, oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show, oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show, oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show, oh, oh.
Whoops. Welcome, everybody. There we go. To the Fil-Am Radio Show, broadcasting every Tuesday from 1 to 2:30 Pacific time. And then also in the Philippines, something really early, like 6 to 7:30, if I'm not mistaken. And then in Australia, sometime in the afternoon. As you can see, this is a little bit unusual, maybe a first, a historic moment in the history of Fil-Am Radio, because as of right now, I am the only person on the show, besides our producer, Daniel Bellis. Usually Miles or my dad would be doing the open to the show. My dad is currently on a cruise ship somewhere in the Caribbean, finishing up a 1-week cruise down there with my mom and my dad. Miles was supposed to be here and potentially having internet laptop problems, so we'll see if she'll join us later. Our special guest today is supposed to be PJ Villegas, waiting for him to join up in just a moment from Bataan, Philippines. Hopefully he can come in. I know that Vicky is unavailable, and I was questionable because I'm currently on the road right now, traveling down in Las Vegas, Nevada, as of right now, and eventually tomorrow heading to Kansas City to attend my daughter Vanessa's volleyball tournament. Final tournament for her San Diego State University team, and going through till the weekend. So I'm not in my usual spot. So right now, I'm just waiting for hopefully a guest or a co-host to join the show. Otherwise, it's going to be the NorbCam hour and a half. We do have some songs that we can play from our guest. It would be much more exciting if we have our guest to talk about the songs that he's making, and that we're playing, but that is yet to be seen. So this is going to be a very, very interesting next 90 minutes as Daniel and I work our way through this this rather unpredictable type of show we have today. So for the time being, as we're waiting for more guests to arrive, I guess we can start things off by, I suppose we could just play our first song by our artist PJ Villegas. Daniel, shall we do that? Let's hear our first song, since this is a very off script. We don't have our usual script. Normally we'd have an opening prayer.
Ay mahalin mo kung sino ako. Anumang nagdaan, huwag mo akong ibigin. Kung ako'y paglalaruan lang din, kung ang layunin mo ako'y saktan, mabuti pa huwag magmahal magpakailanman. Sana dumadaan. Huwag mo akong ibigin kung ako'y paglalaruan lang din. Kung ang layunin mo ako'y saktan, mabuti pa huwag magmahal magpakailanman. Hahayaan na kita limutin ka dahil ayoko nang umasa pa. Hahayaan na kita iwan sa piling niya. Ayoko nang umasa pa.
Okay, that was our guest artist PJ Villegas from Bataan, Philippines. And yes, questions from our chat right now. Official Andrew A. out of Mock, Georgia, who's asking, only you, Norb? I was surprised. And Kuya Irving on Facebook saying, Norb, are you solo today all by yourself? Where's the other three? So as I said earlier, my mom and dad are on a cruise ship wrapping up a 7-day cruise in the Caribbean. Vicky, Navarro, is preoccupied with some community activities that has taken her away from being able to do the show today. I think Miles is trying to connect, but if you recall from last show, she was having some laptop issues and connectivity, so she was unable to connect till about 15 minutes into the show, so that might be the case today as well. And so I'm also hoping that our guest, who enjoyed that first song, has got a good range, plays some acoustic guitar, is also scheduled to be here, but has not joined as well. So right now it's the Fil-Am Radio NorbCam hour, starring the behind-the-scenes Daniel Bellis, behind-the-scenes producer extraordinaire. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. How to kill 90 minutes of time when 3 other co-hosts and a guest are not here. That is the challenge. But either way, we will continue breaking this down. Feel free to ask questions. That's always a fun thing to do, is if you guys have questions, you can always put them in the comments. I'm reading them as we go through. So you can help me out by posting any questions you might have of me that I can help answer here in the chat. Oh, wait a second. Do my eyes deceive me, or do we have Miles Salvador joining us now? Miles, I see your image. Look at this. To my rescue, my savior here on the show with Miles Salvador jumping in.
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning in Australia, and then I set up everything, and then I had the link and everything is there. I just have to press it, and then I put my makeup and everything. When I came back, it's gone. Oh my God.
It was gone. Oh no.
I'm
No.
sorry.
Well, you're here now. That's the important thing. So
Oh my
it's good to
God.
see you. It looks like right now it's a 2-person show at the Miles. We are the only ones, and super producer Daniel Bellis behind the scenes. But right now, I don't think we have our
But
guests
now,
on the show yet. Or do we? Let's see.
maybe I can interview you.
uh, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. At this point, it might be, we might just have to do it. Maybe I'll interview you. You've already interviewed me. But what do
Yeah,
we really know about the famous Miles Salvador, the one who makes the wheel that turns, the engine that turns the wheels that makes this show go on? Maybe that's what we should do, is do a interview of our world famous Miles Salvador. There's a lot of questions answers that I don't know about you, that our audience probably doesn't know the history about the world famous Miles Salvador, who gets all the guests for the show. Maybe that's what we should do. What do you think?
Okay.
As people already
Oh,
know about me, I've been on the show twice as a guest, but I think Miles has not. Maybe that's what we need to do to find out more about you. I think that's what we should do until our guest gets here anyway. Well, let's do that. Well, let's see. I don't have the. I was reading our guest in case he shows up. I was reading his bio, and I know that he didn't talk much about his music background. I just know that he's a product promoter. That's his occupation. So we have a lot of
yeah.
questions to find out how did he get into music from that. But yeah, let's ask you, Ate Miles. We got some time here before our first break. What is your background? Because you have so many connections in the music industry. That's why you're able to get so many of these guests. Back in your day of doing media, publicity, what was your career before you became the executive producer extraordinaire?
Where were you? You're gone. Norb. Where did Norb come? What? Okay. As per Norb's is asking, I was a account executive in Manila in Channel 7, in GMA Channel 7. Where are you, Norb?
Sorry,
And
I'm back. But believe it or not, my wife called me on my phone and it completely kicked me out of the StreamYard links. I have to tell her through via my daughter, don't have her call me because it's going to ruin my connection to the show. So I'm back. I'm
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry. You were saying you're starting to get into your
yeah.
background.
I was. I worked in GMA Channel 7 for 10 years before I came to Australia. I'm an account executive. I'm a producer. I do everything. I do movies and in the television and do like a soap opera. Yeah.
So when you say you were a producer is kind of a hard to explain position to people. When you say I'm a producer, people kind of go, okay, so you produce things. But what exactly does that mean to be a producer?
Oh,
Explain
when I
explain a
was
little bit more your role.
yeah, when I was working in Channel 7 as account executive, I also produce shows, and then it got a big venue in Eduardo's in Ermita. I have June Polistico and Basil Valdez, and I
Wow.
forgot the others. There were so many because I was only like 23 years old. Yeah, but then that was a success, and all the proceeds in my concert I donated it to Kapwa ko Mahal Ko in Channel 7. Um, Early Mercado, which also before he was the congressman and he was my godfather. And then Antonio Tarusan, the president of Philippine Medical Association of the Philippines. But I don't know what happened to him. But then Shelito del Mundo, it's my godmother too, but he already passed away.
Wow,
Yeah.
so you were very well connected in the entertainment business in the Philippines for a long time. So you started at a pretty young age. You were already working in the business in your early 20s
I was
and
22.
22. Wow, straight out of college. So where did you go to school? Where did you go to college?
I went to Doña Aurora High School, and then I did a secretarial in vocational school. I did secretarial, and I did I did a lot of studying, and then I went to Manila where I forgot what it's called because when I had this stroke, I forgot everything. You
Hmm.
have to go there, and then they will teach you how to speak proper English and and everything, and then I applied as flight stewardess in Saudi, and then
That's the
I
Saudi
got
Arabian airline.
yeah, Saudi, yeah, it's called Saudi
Oh,
Airlines.
Saudi. Okay, so flight attendant. So you applied to be a flight attendant like my wife.
Yeah, and then when they told me to go to Hong Kong, I back out because I can swim, and I applied in Qantas Airlines. I got um how to call that? My brain is not working. I got I passed the exam, and then they told me to go to Hong Kong and have a swimming lesson. Then I back out because I can swim.
So you never became a flight attendant because of that,
Yeah. And
because of the inability to swim.
when I was
Yeah.
talking to Nampi Monson, um, that this time now, just a flight attendant is not required unless about I was 22 years old. I don't know how many years ago. It was required
A while ago.
To go to Hong Kong and do
Mhm.
some swimming lessons. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, it's interesting. They must have lifted that requirement. My wife, when she became a flight attendant, she joined Northwest Airlines, and
Oh.
she still to this day doesn't know how to swim. So I'm sure they make that not a requirement, or she would have gone the way, yeah, as your route, not being hired by either of these companies, if that was the case. So they must have loosened the restrictions, or at least from the United States standpoint. So okay, so you didn't become a flight attendant. So how did you transition to becoming someone who became a producer in the entertainment business from there? Because it sounds like you didn't have any real formal training that was not Hollywood, but in the entertainment business. How did you
Uh,
get into that work?
I don't know. I just did it. I applied for permit, and then I contact all these singers, and then I booked the big venue. It's a big venue, in Eduardo's, in Ermita, in Rojas Boulevard. Your dad knows that.
Hmm.
Um, and then it was a success. I don't know how I did that.
Well, we know your tenacious nature, and you are not one to give up easy. So the fact that you're able to get these guests to come on board even now, I think is reflective of how you were probably a pretty aggressive go-getter back in the day. But you were coming from a place where you didn't have really any experience. You didn't have any kind of nobody kind of helping you get that position, right? Nobody just gave it to you. You didn't have any family members who were in the business. You had to kind of do this on your own.
Yeah, I did it on my own.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there kind
Oh,
of one person who helped, who was key to making it possible for you? Because it seems like everybody in some form, especially in the entertainment business, someone usually kind of gives you that first chance, that first break that says, okay, let's see what you can do. Let's have you give this a try. Did somebody give you that first opportunity to prove yourself? Do you remember if there's someone who gave you a first chance?
no, nobody. I just did it myself.
You just did it
Yeah,
yourself. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
And then also, Norb, aside from that, I was also a nurse. I did EEN, not registered nurse, but it's a EEN. It's a second to the nurse. Yeah,
Step below a registered nurse. Hmm.
yeah. So I worked in a nursing home. I worked there for 2 years, and then I worked the um, in the hotel business and restaurants for like uh, for like 10 years when I was in Manila, and also when I came here in Australia. Yeah,
Wow. So
and
did you?
and also Norb, as you don't know yet, I was also an announcer in Australia for 2 years. On my own, we got
Right?
no Daniel Velas on my own. I do the doing the console and everything, switch off and switch on, and yes, on my own. There's
Yeah.
nobody who helped me. Yeah,
No producer
no
controlling the board for
producer.
you. You had to do it all yourself.
Mm.
Yeah. Wow. You just kind of acquired all those skills. So now you did most of your work in the entertainment business in the Philippines, though, right? When did you move to Australia? Was that later in your career?
I came to Australia February 14, 1987. So I'm here for 39 years.
Wow. So how many years had you been already working in the business in the Philippines before moving to Australia? You were well established by then, right?
Yeah, I worked there in GMA Channel 7 for 10 years. Yeah.
So why did you decide to move to Australia? What was the reason for that?
Oh well, somebody.
Was it a
There was a
man?
man. There was a
It's
man.
always a man. There's always a man or a woman that causes somebody to
But
turn things
he
over and change their life.
he he passed away. We were married February 10, 1987, but he passed away 6 years after.
Only 6 years. That's a short time. So he was
Yeah,
from Australia.
yeah, yeah,
So you moved to Australia to be with him.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you said you were married in 87, but you didn't move to Australia until 89. So you were married first and then 2 years later is when you moved to Australia?
No,
Is that right?
uh, 10, 11, 12. 2 days after, 2 days after we got married, February 10, 1987, and
Hmm.
then we moved to Australia February 14, 1987.
Oh, so okay, right after you got married, you moved.
Yeah.
I see. And how did you meet this dashing man who swept you off your feet? How did you meet a
Well,
man from Australia? He must have met him in the Philippines, right? Was he traveling and
no,
no?
no, because my friend who works with me in Town 7, he got a pen pal, or we call it pen pal, through
Oh yeah. Back when you actually
correspondence.
wrote letters with a pen before the emails and all that kind of stuff
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a Australian guy who courted her, and then she moved. She changed the dress, and then she, they didn't have any contact. And then her friend had an album with her photos, and then my what became my husband. She he chose 3 women in the Philippines, so he can write to them. So
This is
one of them is
like the dating game.
one of them is my friend, whom I went with her in the hotel to meet him, and then to cut a long story short, he liked me, not her. So
Wow, so you kind of stole her man essentially then.
no,
Or was she
I
not really
didn't.
or was she not really interested anymore? She wasn't interested at the
No,
time. Or
I told her, my friend, I don't like him, and I don't want to lose my friendship with you, so I don't like him. So he persuaded, he made a lot of beggings and everything, and then one time he called me and said, I lost my wallet. Somebody lost my wallet, and nobody. I can't pay the hotel, and then I can't I c- I can't pay the hotel.
Please, Miles is distracted. She's reading our producer Daniel's comments. He goes, Miles stealing a man. Oh, I must hear more. Miles, the heartbreaker.
And then he
really
called
know
me
that
and
alphabet.
said he lost his wallet, and then if he can borrow some money. And then I went to the hotel and gave her 10,000 pesos. I withdrew from the bank, and then I gave it to him. I said, you can pay me when you go back to Australia. Oh, I don't care. You don't have to pay me or whatever. And then he said to me, I'm lying. I just want to see you. I did nobody saw my
It
wallet.
was
I
all a
stopped him.
ruse. Very clever. But Ate Miles was willing to put her money where her mouth was, so to speak. We won't go further into that. That's a side joke. I think it's time for our first station break.
First station break. So don't go away. We'll be back.
It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh.
Rainier Avenue Radio. With Seattle's best music, talk, and sports station.
Are you in need of new or gently used clothing? Hope's Community Closet is here to help. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale, and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
Hey, community, listen to New Hope Missionary Baptist Church every Sunday, 10:45 a.m.
We invite you to get up and call a friend and tell them that New Hope is on live. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And now, our pastor, the Reverend Dr. Robert L. Jeffrey Sr. Everybody clap your hand, come on.
Listen to New Hope Missionary Baptist Church every Sunday, 10:45 a.m.
Do you want to reach out to the Vietnamese community in Seattle? Just advertise in Le Viet Tây Bắc, that is Northwest Vietnamese News, the longest running Vietnamese language newspaper in our region. Go to nvnorthwest.com.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me for a weekly eclectic journey through the past 100 years of jazz. Dixieland, big band, bebop, West Coast cool, hard bop, avant-garde, fusion, world jazz, and contemporary. Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio.world premieres every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and is rebroadcast Thursdays at 3 p.m., overnight from Friday to Saturday at 2 a.m., Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., and Sunday evenings at 5 p.m.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update.
It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh.
Kaya po, mabalik sa inyo lahat. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radio Show in Seattle, Washington, USA. Ito po si Mal Salvador, ang aking pong kasama.
And this is NorbCam, for a special edition of the Fil-Am Radio Show. This is the getting to know Miles Salvador with a musical soundtrack by PJ Villegas.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
By the way, Norb, yesterday, yesterday in Seattle, it's Monday in Philippines. He sent me a photo that is in the hospital, but he didn't say any word. So I don't know if he's still alive.
Oh, wow. Well, that's concerning. Well, I hope he's okay. That's never a good sign if you're in the hospital. We hope PJ's okay. Maybe we can reschedule him for another time if indeed he's just under the weather or needs to work through whatever he's going through right now.
It took me 1 month. I give 1 month to my guests so they can, do their bio
Plan
data
ahead. Sure.
and everything, and I check their YouTube channel, and then I sent the photos to Budoy Bautista in England, and then
Right.
before it comes back, I always give them 1 month, or sometimes 2 months,
Mhm.
because like now I'm fully booked until end of April.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and obviously sometimes things come up, things like this too. Life happens and sometimes beyond your control. So hopefully he'll be okay and we can get him back on another date.
It's like what happened last time, I think 2 years ago. It was really, really, really hard to get in touch with Jovi Albert. So I
Mhm.
got her, and then next thing, Danielle couldn't come to the station because his car broke down, and then I called you. Remember
Right.
that?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. One of the few times that Daniel couldn't make the show.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh
that's true.
dear.
And then there was that time when you were in the hospital and you were still doing the show even after you had that harrowing near accident with a kangaroo. One of the wackiest scenarios we have ever heard of. But you'll have to talk about that again because some of our audience may not.
I wish I had make a dash cam so
Oh, I wish you had one too.
I can show it when my car flew on the air.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, so when was this? 2 years ago? I feel like it was 2 years ago, maybe more.
Oh,
2 years ago.
yeah.
So Miles, you were driving down a stretch of highway, and out of the blue, this only happens in Australia, a kangaroo crossed the road. That's like a joke. Why did the kangaroo cross the road? So the kangaroo jumped in front of, literally jumped, maybe hopped, sprung in front of her car. And let this be a lesson. They always say if there's ever a critter that crosses the road, you should never swerve to avoid it. It's better to hit it because this is what could happen if you try to swerve and avoid it. So you tried to swerve out of the way of the kangaroo, and as a result, your car flew off the road, went airborne into a ravine, right?
Yeah.
No exaggeration.
but
That's exactly
then
what happened.
yeah, but then Norb, you know how they said you hit the kangaroo when the kangaroo went past. My friend,
This is not
my
a dash cam. This
my
is
my
just
friend,
simply a
my friend.
reference photo to give you an idea of what might have been the case. Although we're missing the cliff on the side. Daniel, if you
Oh
add some
dear.
AI and put a cliff that shows where the car would have gone over the edge, much more harrowing than what this picture depicts. This looks like a
My
very safe place to pull over.
My
Not a
friend
place.
was riding, so he hit
Oh,
the
your friend was
kangaroo.
driving.
The kangaroo jumped on the
The windshield.
windscreen, and then uh, got his face, and he went blind.
Oh,
So you don't.
I forgot about the driver. I thought it was you driving. So you were a passenger?
No, no, no. I'm the one. I'm the one driving.
Oh, you're talking about on a different to
A
somebody
different.
else.
No, my friend.
Does
My
it?
friend. He hit the kangaroo and hit the kangaroo, but then it jumped on the windscreen,
The
and then
windshield
windshield,
and
and then
became
got
blind.
his uh, the
Oh my
the
gosh.
windscreen the windshield broke, and then um his eyes went
That's
blind.
terrible. Jeez. So damned if you do, damned if you don't.
you,
You you swerve out of the way, you crash into a ravine, or hit the kangaroo and go blind. Not a good choice. Boy, this
oh
must be a more
dear.
common occurrence than I realized. That hitting kangaroos on the road is a much
Hmm.
more common occurrence than obviously I would have ever expected. But fortunately for you, you survived that incident, but you were in the hospital for about a month, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
You got to watch those beware of kangaroo crossing signs. It's clearly a real thing. I actually had an instance where I almost hit an animal crossing the road. It was not a kangaroo. We don't have kangaroos in Washington, last I checked, unless one escapes from the zoo or something. No, I was crossing the street, across the street. I was driving down the road and I saw a sign that said elk crossing. Now, elk are very big creatures. You don't realize how big an elk is until you see one up close. It's bigger than a horse. It's taller than a horse. And they're like deer, but just bigger. And I was on the phone with my business partner, and I saw that sign. In my mind, I thought, that'd be interesting. And well, there you go. Look at Daniel on the spot. That's what it looked like. So I looked at the sign. I was thinking, that'd be interesting if this actually happened. Because, you see signs all the time that say something crossing, and you rarely see them actually crossing. And I was on the phone, and he called me. So I went to look down briefly at my dash to activate the call. When I looked up, there's several elk. One elk was already like in front of my car, but fortunately already crossing the
Hmm.
road, and then about 4 or 5 right behind him. Luckily, that group stopped, and the other one that was ahead went across the street, so I had this gap. So I went through the gap between the lead elk and the herd behind him. And if the herd kept going, I would have smashed right into him because there was no way I could go around him. Plus, you're not supposed to anyway. I don't know what kind of damage would have happened if I'd hit that elk because they were big. I might have been blinded by the windshield, just like what happened to your friend. So, yeah, it's a very dangerous, scary thing. So I had a close call, but luckily my guardian angel was with me and told the herd to stop and let me through. So yeah, it was pretty intense. I told my business partner, I said, Mike, you almost got me killed, man. You called me right before a herd of elk crossed the street, and you distracted me for just a second, enough to look up, and suddenly they were there. I hadn't even noticed them. So yeah, be careful out there. You never know. Um, Dr. Miles, you crashed your car, and then were you conscious after the car went over the ravine, or were you unconscious for a while? What happened in the time after you went off the road? How long was it before you were finally rescued?
So when my car went flew up on the sky, well, it's from let's say from your dad's house up to the end of the road. My car went flew, and then the shapes of trees,
Trees.
and then I my car went on. Lucky it didn't get caught on the branch, and then it went boom. And then I closed my eyes and I said, God, forgive me for all my sins. And then I closed my eyes, and then when I opened my eyes, I look at myself. There was no blood, there was no scars, and I said, I pinched myself, and I thought, oh, I'm alive. And then it's like nothing happened. And then, the car is still,
Is it still running, or is your car
yeah, yeah,
smashed?
yeah. You know, it still runs.
But you
And
couldn't
then,
drive it, right? You couldn't drive your car after
yeah,
that, right?
and then around 15 people turned around to rescue me to see if I'm okay. I said I'm okay. And then when I'm starting to get up, I can get up. And
Mm.
then two two ambulance came, one police car, one uh two, three towing trucks, and what else? There's so many. 15 people came and asked, and
Wow.
then the lady said, I called the ambulance, and then the paramedic said, "Do you want to go to the hospital?" I said no, because I had a bad experience when I went to the hospital when I had a colonoscopy. This
Hmm.
woman, I don't know, she's from other world. She told me to get up and go. So I went home. So I had a phobia going to the hospital.
Oh,
So
but you went anyway. You had to go, right? You
that's
did go.
yeah, that's when my first and second stroke. I didn't want to go the two, but because I don't want to be bedridden. My
Right.
my friend said, she's a nurse, and said, don't you don't want to be bedridden. You have to ring the ambulance. So even I don't like to go to the hospital, so I went there. And then when I was there, I went all over the place in the hospital. And then when I was in the ward, there was a man who swears the whole night and talking to himself and swearing. And then I said to the nurse, I'm going home.
Little
And
did she know, he thought it was a regular hospital. They brought her to a mental hospital instead, and by accident. Kuya Irving Mendoza, our regular viewer on Facebook, was asking, "Hey Miles, what was the make and model of your car at the time of your accident? What were you driving?"
I Toyota Camry.
A Toyota Camry. Okay, I thought maybe you were driving a Corvette and going too fast, maybe, and that's why you couldn't avoid
Well,
the.
when I was a little bit younger, I had Sylvia. You know what Sylvia? The sports car.
What's this? Sylvia?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard of a Sylvia. Who makes the Sylvia?
it's a European car. And
What's
then
the,
I
okay?
had I had the Renault, which is it's also European cars. I had since I'm in 10 years that in 10 years I had 15 cars.
Wow. So you got to remember too, back I've seen the pictures of you during your younger days, and yeah, you were quite the looker back then. So I could imagine you driving sports cars and everything, being the glamorous entertainment biz producer that you were. So, but you were driving a Toyota Camry, and uh, yeah, luckily you survived that. So,
Mm.
right, we're going to continue along with as I'm here at my
Oh,
sister-in-law's house,
I
so a
forgot you
bunch of them
have to
just
do
arrived.
your report.
I do
You
my
have to
sports
do.
report. I know. So,
Yeah, okay.
all right, well, let me switch to that real quick. As we're in the off season for the Seahawks, and the Mariners are full swing into the start of their season. We'll talk Mariners actually, since I'm wearing my Seahawks shirt. I had a Mariners jersey earlier, but the Mariners got their season opener. I was there for the opening day on Friday, and we had a four-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. It was a very exciting opening day. They unveiled their banner, the World AL West banner, first one they've had in 20 something years. So that was very exciting, very emotion filled opening game. Unfortunately, we lost that game, but in the four-game series over the weekend, they split the series with the Cleveland Guardians, going 2-2. So they went into the game yesterday, or the new series against the New York Yankees, starting yesterday for a three-game series. And in exciting walk-off fashion, the Cal Raleigh, with the score tied at 1, bottom of the ninth, Cal Raleigh hit a go-ahead single for a walk-off win against the Yankees. The Yankees were undefeated going into that game, so now the Yankees find themselves 3-1 on the season. Mariners are at 3-2. So early in the season, but that was a big win for them last night, and nice to see Cal Raleigh. He didn't, has not. It's been a little slow start for some of our stars like Cal Raleigh and Julio and Josh Naylor. It's a little bit of a slow start for them, but typically they do have slow starts in the start of the season. So they're getting their bats warmed up. But yeah, so a long season to go. Switching over to Seahawks news, probably right now, nothing huge, being that it's the off-season time, not a lot of moves, but probably one of the biggest exciting things going on right now is the announcement last night that the Seahawks will be appearing for the very first time on the Hard Knocks show on HBO Max. This is, if you haven't ever watched it before, it's very compelling TV entertainment. It's the behind the scenes show produced, I think NFL Films produces it, and they go in depth during training camp with cameras all inside the facility, inside the offices. They get into the hardcore details of player interactions, training camp, players mic'd up, even to the uncomfortable moments of finding out when players don't make the team, when they have to be cut. And we get to witness some of those conversations when they break the bad news. So it's really interesting. The Seahawks have never been on this show before. So this will be the first time in the team's history that they'll make an appearance on Hard Knocks. I'm personally really excited about it because I love these shows. Usually they're teams that are not very good, either teams that have done poorly, don't make it to the playoffs, and certainly not Super Bowl championship winning teams. There you go. Thanks for the graphic there, Daniel. But this time they will be there. And next year will be the Patriots. So the two teams that were in the Super Bowl this past year are the two teams that will be the focus of Hard Knocks. So they're definitely changing their programming, probably to the point that they're just sort of tired of getting the same bad teams all the time. And let's get some winners in there. So as much as I'm excited to see it because I think the content is awesome, it's also a little concerning because that there's a little bit of a distraction because you have all these cameras way up in their business that they don't normally have in places where they normally are considered private. But for us audience, it's very fascinating and fun to watch. The second part is there's a rumor or kind of people who believe that there is a curse, kind of like the Madden curse. They call it the Hard Knocks curse, that teams that appear on Hard Knocks often struggle or have bad things happen to them. I think it's a lot of superstitious hocus pocus, to be honest with you. But, there's some who believe that it's not a good thing for teams. We'll find out, though, this training camp as it'll premiere on August 11th. And usually they run the show at kind of from the first day of camp that they start shooting, they start cutting the shows and releasing them a few days after that first practice that they record. So it'll be fun to watch during the preseason leading up to the launch of the regular season. So mid-August, we'll start seeing those episodes come out on HBO Max. So there you go. That is kind of it for now. Not a whole lot of crazy news going on in sports, but one other last thing, March Madness, I haven't been watching a lot of it, but I was on the plane ride coming down here to Las Vegas, and I was watching on somebody else's screen. It was the end of the UConn Duke game. And the game, I believe it was like the final seconds, like 10 seconds left. It looked like Duke was going to win it. They had the ball with, I believe, a two-point lead. They had to inbound the ball and basically just kill enough time to let the clock run out. And they got the ball stolen from them. And UConn, with 0.3 seconds left on the clock, were able to shoot a go-ahead three-pointer and eventually win the game in one of the most exciting, crazy madness type games throughout the tournament. So that was fun to watch on the airplane. Other than that, that's coming up to a wrap here. Oh, there's the play right here. So he inbounds it, swings it over, and then it gets, and then the ball gets deflected. They steal it, kicks it out to the UConn player, drains the three, and all chaos ensues. 0.3 seconds left. Duke did have a chance to get the ball in, but too late. Not enough time to do anything with it. So crazy play, but pretty exciting for March Madness. And that's it. I think Kraken, I don't know, I don't know, follow it real close, but I know that their playoff lives are hanging by a thread. They still technically have a shot at it, but they're going to have to win some more games down the stretch here if they want to get that last playoff spot. And their season wraps up in just a few more days. So we'll see what happens with that. That's it.
Thank
now let's
you.
get back
Thank
to
you,
Dr.
Nor.
Miles.
Thank
Maybe we
you.
should play another song from our special phantom guest, PJ Villegas, who we hope is okay. You want to introduce his next song?
Lord. So, with the second one, or what's the first? Daniel only played one. So what's that? Gumising ka or what? I don't know. I wasn't. Yay! Yan po ang Gumising Ka by PJ Villegas. Okay, Norb, let's go to our birthday greetings. Let's go to Norb, let's go to birthday greetings. Let's go to birthday greetings, Norb.
I can see you,
He was in
and
his place.
but I can't hear. I can't hear Miles, so I'm not sure if it's me or if I'm just having technical issues on my side. Are you coming in okay, Daniel? Is everything broadcasting correct?
Norb was in
But I
his
can't hear.
place.
I can't hear anything at the moment. I might have to reconnect here because I don't hear Miles. I can hear the song, but I couldn't hear her.
Yeah. Let's go to birthday greetings, okay?
Okay.
No.
I'm going to jump out because I'm not sure what's happening, and I certainly can't interact with my co-host, Auntie Miles, if I can't hear her. So I'm going to try to jump out and rejoin in a second because I cannot hear anything right now. So I'll reboot. I'll be right back. Auntie Miles, it's all yours.
Okay. Let's go to our birthday greetings. Happy birthday to Connie Thomas of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Yesterday. It's today, but in Australia it's yesterday. And Mariel Tamayo of OK, Queensland, Australia. And Eunice Tamayo of OK, Queensland, Australia. And Ivy Madamba, our special guest next week, Wednesday, April 1st, based in San Pedro, Laguna. And Marianelli Medina from San Francisco, California, April 1st. And Alvin Orbs, singer-songwriter from Manila, Philippines, April 2. And Teresita Bravo, April 3, from OK, Queensland, Australia. Mitchell Badares from Iligan City, Philippines, April 4. And Aljon, our previous special guest from Caloocan City, Philippines, April 3. And Reina Nangan from Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia, April 6. Happy birthday po sa inyo lahat. Okay, Norb.
Okay, well, I'm on limited facilities here, so I don't have my usual birthday list of people to announce. However, I would like, on behalf of Rainier Avenue Radio, would like to wish happy birthday to Cliff Couthen. His birthday is this Saturday. He's the host of the Unmasked Agenda. So happy birthday to Cliff, celebrating his birthday this Saturday. On behalf of Rainier Avenue Radio and the Fil-Am Radio Show, happy birthday to Cliff. Is this Cliff's? Oh, there he goes. There's the birthday boy from this coming weekend. Let's go catch him on his show here on Rainier Avenue Radio. So we've got about almost time to our second break. We've got just a few moments here. We might as well just take to it and come back. Let's go ahead. Let's go take our break, shall we?
Let's have a first session break. Don't go away. We'll be back.
It's the Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's the Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's the Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh.
Yo, Rainier Avenue Radio. We're Seattle's best music, talk, and sports station.
Are you in need of new or gently used clothing? Hope's Community Closet is here to help. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale, and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
Hey, community. Listen to New Hope Missionary Baptist Church every Sunday, 10:45 a.m.
We invite you to get up and call a friend and tell them that New Hope is on live. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And now, our pastor, the Reverend Dr. Robert L. Jeffrey Sr.
Everybody clap your hand, come on.
Listen to New Hope Missionary Baptist Church every Sunday, 10:45 a.m.
Do you want to reach out to the Vietnamese community in Seattle? Just advertise in Người Tây Bắc, that is Northwest Vietnamese News, the longest running Vietnamese language newspaper in our region. Go to nvnorthwest.com.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me for a weekly eclectic journey through the past 100 years of jazz. Dixieland, big band, bebop, West Coast cool, hard bop, avant-garde, fusion, world jazz, and contemporary. Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio.world premieres every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and is rebroadcast Thursdays at 3 p.m., overnight from Friday to Saturday at 2 a.m., Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., and Sunday evenings at 5 p.m.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update.
It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh.
Ngayon po, magbabalik sa inyo lahat. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radio Show in Seattle, Washington, USA. Ito po si Miles Salvador at ang akin pong kasama.
Hey everybody, this is NorbCam broadcasting today out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I don't have my usual studio set up.
Oh,
and our musical, yes.
Oh,
I'll be going to Kansas City tomorrow. We have our special guest, musical guest and music by, who was supposed to be on the show today, PJ Villegas from Bataan, Philippines. We think he may be out of commission because he may be in the hospital last we heard. So that could be the reason why he's not on the show today, but we hope he's doing okay. And for now, we are sharing with you his beautiful music.
Before you read the announcement, let's play the birthday songs lovingly dedicated to all birthday celebrants. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday sa inyo lahat. Lovingly dedicated to all birthday celebrants. Okay, Norb, can you read the announcement, please?
All right, we have a few announcements from Rainier Avenue Radio. Celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. with us live this Saturday at 5 p.m. as Rainier Avenue Radio broadcasts the annual MLKCC 58th Annual Remembrance of Martin Luther King's assassination and Community Awards, Saturday, 5 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio. Also, Earth Deserves More Than a Day is only 3 weeks away, bringing a whole week of panels and broadcasts on environmental justice live on Rainier Avenue Radio from April 20th to April 25th. For more information, go to rainieravenueradio.world. And finally, make more community broadcasts like this possible by donating on Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio or online at rainieravenueradio.world/donate. We thank you in advance for making community broadcasting like this possible. There we go.
Yay. Thank you, Norb. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to listen to another
You want
song?
to pop in another song? I know let's see, how many songs we have left? We've got at least
We
two
have
more
two
songs.
left. Yeah, two
Two
left.
songs left, and we've got 27 minutes. So, sure, let's play the next one. Let's play
Okay.
the next one.
Let's listen to Just to Be With You, original song by PJ Villegas.
Up in the sky, I fly. Color of rainbows, I like. I wish to heaven it would be happen. I wanna feel your love tonight. I don't wanna be alone. I want you just to be with you for love. Lights of the stars so bright. When the wind blows, I feel fine. I wish from heaven it would be happen. I wanna feel your love tonight. And I don't wanna be alone. And I want you just to be with you for love. Just to be with you. Just to be with you. Just to be with you.
Yan po
Okay.
ang Gumising Ka by PJ Villegas. Yay.
All right.
I Norb, how long you been in Las Vegas?
Oh, not long. This is a short visit. Our ultimate destination is Kansas City, which we will be flying to tomorrow morning. So we just are stopping by here, visiting some of Jen's family who lives out here. We're staying with
Okay.
my sister-in-law Erna and her husband Tony. They're gracious enough to let us crash their place for a couple days. My daughters are actually going to one of their artists that they like, who's performing in Vegas tonight. So they're going to go see this concert tonight. And then tomorrow morning, we head off to Kansas City, where Vanessa's San Diego State volleyball team will be participating in the national championships, final tournament of the season. So this is kind of it for 2000, or at least for the 2025-2026 season. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. This is their spring break actually. So Sophie and Vanessa are both here until tomorrow, and before we head out from Vegas. So yeah, it's a quick visit, but always a good chance to come here and visit family.
Does your Jen's sister live there in Las Vegas?
She has her sister, her brother, and that's whose house we're staying at right now. And her other sister both live here, so they're both spending time and hanging out with us. Oh, look at that little map of of where we're going. Starting in Las Vegas, there in the southwest part of the United States, and then we go across the country. This is like the road trip version. If we were driving to Kansas City, but we will be flying an airplane and arriving in Kansas City tomorrow. So we leave first thing in the morning and arrive there late morning in Kansas City. Oh my goodness! Whoa, look at this! Surprise appearance by my dad.
Hey, Miles.
Wow, this is
I
an
got
unexpected
limited
pleasure.
Wi-Fi here, so I thought I should be able to, because we're headed back now to Miami, so I'm able to connect somehow. So
Are you
I don't
on the
know.
cruise ship? Are you on the ship right now?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
on the cruise ship, so it's kind of messy, I think, Spotty. But I thought I'll try to join you guys even for some minutes left.
Where are you now?
What time is it over there now?
Well, it's about 2:07, so we have about 20 minutes left in the broadcast.
So where are you now, Kuya Bert?
Wonderful. I could still join you for 20 minutes. So I don't know. Where's PJ? I'd like to.
Unfortunately, he could
Where's
not
our
make the
guest?
show. He was not able to make the show. So we've been playing his songs, but he was unable to join the show. We think he might have been hospitalized. That's the last message that Dr. Miles got earlier in the week, that he had to go to the hospital. So he may still be out of commission. So he was not on the show today.
All right, here's Mom. Mom's right beside me here.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
So,
I was
so instead, oh no, we made it work. It started out, it was first the NorbCam show, because nobody was on the show but me. And then Ate Miles showed up. So then we did a get to know Ate Miles section. So we asked her about her previous career before, when she was in the entertainment business, about how we revisited her car crash when she had to avoid hitting a kangaroo. And she talked about her first husband. Yeah, it was a very interesting time. But we've been making the most of it, given the fact that most of our guests and co-hosts are not here today. So it's nice to have you on here. How's the cruise been so far?
Who did you? Yeah, it has been wonderful. Yeah. So we went. We first. We had like. What is it, Miles?
Where are you now? Where are you now?
We visited. We are at sea now. That's why. And tomorrow we're disembarking in Miami, and then we will be headed to the airport right away. So the time difference here is kind of messed up, because there were times when we had to have, like today, the time in here, is 1 hour ahead of usual time. So I see. Looks like Miles is having internet problems so far. Yeah.
Oh,
well, I was
okay
concerned, Norb,
okay
that
now.
you might be traveling, and I said if Miles will be the only one, that's why I was really trying my best to be able to connect with Miles on the program. So
yeah,
that's
she was a little late joining in, so I covered the show for the first 5-10 minutes, and then she was able to join. So yeah, we managed. We made the show watchable, at least. So
Yeah,
it's been good.
my
So
concern was that you might not make because show because I see that Miles is having internet problems. So how's that?
no, she's okay. She's okay now.
I
Just a little bit late initially, but everything's good.
I
Yeah,
don't see him right now. But how is our result?
No, she's there.
No, I
yeah.
mean,
It,
Kuya Bert, I woke up at four
is she
o'clock,
good, Norb?
and then I set up my
Hey,
computer,
Norb, you can see us good.
and then I
Good.
and then I went to
All right.
StreamYard, and then next thing I came back and it's gone.
but we worked past it. Everything's fine. We're good now. So
All right.
for those of you who don't know, the cruise that they were on was a Zumba cruise. So you must have been doing a lot of line dancing during the cruise. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Line was Zumba. It was Zumba, and
Oh,
we did
yeah,
it
not line dancing, Zumba. Even better.
Zumba. So we did there were a lot of uh, about 30 people, and I was the only Zumba with all these lovely ladies. You hear me? I was
Okay. Yeah, well, you're breaking up a little bit. If I were to translate what you just said, I think there was about 50 people, and you're, I think, the only man amongst all the women traveling on this cruise, right?
all, uh,
Almost
about 30 people, not 50.
30
30.
of 30,
Yeah,
and you're one of the only men in the group. So
yeah.
lucky you.
And we had every day for we were our uniforms. We started with red and then became black, then white, then purple, and all those
Mm,
colors. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah,
yeah.
food was great. We're eating good.
Mm.
We have beautiful shows. Oh, we had a lot of good time. In fact, in about 30 minutes, we are going to have our dinner. You know, and well, like I said, we wish that you guys were here to join us. Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of traveling the last few months, and really the last couple of years, several cruises now. I think this is your third cruise in 2 years.
Yeah,
If you include our Alaska cruise from the previous year, our Asia cruise last year, and now this cruise, yeah,
Mm.
That's
definitely
why
not
we
slowing
are.
down.
That's why they call our. We're part of what's that, Mom? What they call it? We
Gold
are
latitude.
under gold now for the latitude. So we got some freebie. Like
Balcony.
we have a
Upgrade.
balcony. You know,
Oh, you had a
so we
balcony room
had.
upgrade? Nice.
Yep,
Oh.
Then
yep. And I was saving this limited thing Wi-Fi. So, but I missed the timing. I didn't realize that like I said, the time here is 1 hour ahead, from the usual Miami time. And I
Mm-hmm.
missed that. Oh, anyway, I did a lot of, I
So,
sang once, and that was good. I got some people recognize me when we were at the dining table, you know, so it was
did you
good.
sing your usual Elvis
Oh,
song?
well, yep, yep.
You're popular all around the world, Kuya Bert.
Usual. Yeah.
So, what was your
Maybe next time we go to
favorite?
Australia.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good.
Oh. You know, at the Miles, the
Yeah.
National Football
Time I
League is
have it
expanding
out,
to
I said,
Australia next year. There's going to be
Oh.
football games played in Australia, in
ooh,
Melbourne, Australia. I don't know how far that is from you. The
what?
Rams and the 49ers are playing there, not the Seahawks this year, but I'm pretty sure at time the Seahawks will get their chance to play in Australia, and we might have to make a trip out of that,
Oh,
hopefully, if it's sooner than later. So,
Mm.
during the cruise, what was your favorite port to visit this time?
Cayman.
Cayman Island. We went to the Jamaica also.
Ocho
We
Rios.
went to Ocho Rios, which I have been to Vietnam before. Last stop was Cayman Island. So from there, we started going back to Miami. So there were just
Mm.
3 ports of calls, but it was good. We went ashore. We went river rafting. Oh,
Oh.
that was really. We'll
Wow.
try to see some pictures, but like I said, we got limited Wi-Fi, so I was able to join you somehow. I was very concerned at Nor because you were traveling, whether Miles would be alone and with her internet problems. I said, "Oh no," I was very concerned about. Yeah,
Well,
but
actually, it
I'm
was
glad
kind of
everything
luck that
okay.
it was actually lucky that I was able to join the show because I was supposed to be at this attraction that me and the girls were going to go to, but it just turns out they were closed today. So we ended up coming
Oh.
back to the house instead. So if they weren't closed, I would not have been able to join the show. So I guess fate,
That's
as it turns out, had it my destiny to be on the show today. So it worked out for the best. Otherwise, Ate Miles, she didn't jump on the show for about 10 minutes. So I don't know what Daniel would have done. I guess
oh,
played
that would
a
have been,
bunch of music
a
until she showed up,
disaster.
but there would have been nobody
Yeah,
hosting the show.
because the other
Yeah,
day
that would have
Daniel
been a
said,
disaster. That's what I was worried about. Yeah, that's what I was worried about,
Yeah.
that nobody would
But
be
it
there.
didn't come to that, so it was okay. We worked it out. So here we are.
well, if
As
Yep,
it turns
my
out.
thank God.
internet is not playing up, I can do it myself, you know. Yeah, but sometimes
Right.
Yeah, I
there's
know. I was very concerned that your internet is playing games again, you know. So I'm glad everything worked out, Norb. So you
yeah.
had more like
Yeah,
a
it's fine.
NorbCam in there.
Yeah, for a while it was the NorbCam
So you were
solo
able
show, and then it was the Miles interview show. It was
I
good.
see.
Yeah, I didn't
Were,
realize. I learned that Ate Miles almost became a flight attendant, but if the only reason she didn't become one is because she doesn't know how to swim,
Yeah.
which was a requirement back in those days. So
I see. Well, when I was trying to log in, I heard a male voice. Who was that? He
the
was
only voice
talking.
on here was me. Probably
Yeah,
me. I'm the only one
I
here
thought
besides
that
Ate
there was.
Miles. So
I thought there was somebody who was
nope.
talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
I
so. Unless you
thought
came
you
in during a
already
commercial.
had a guest.
Nope, no guest today.
Oh.
PJ will have to come back on another
Oh,
time. Well,
wow!
since we
I
got
hope
about
PJ is he able to listen.
we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
The last
How many minutes
message was that he had to go to the hospital. So we have about 9 minutes, 8 minutes left.
left?
8 minutes left. So we should probably play the last song.
Okay, let's
Hi,
listen to.
Danielle. All right. I'm glad. I'm glad, Miles, that you were able to make it. You know.
Oh, okay. Have a good
Otherwise,
time, Ate Shoni and Kuya Bert. Take care. Okay,
yeah, we're not.
let's
I'm not
listen.
logging off yet. My internet is able to
He,
hold
he can
until 8. It's maybe another 25 minutes.
he can stay and do the closing prayer to close out the show.
Yeah,
So let's go to our last song.
yeah. Let's go to our closing song. Dahil sa iyong pagmamahal.
Kung wala sa piling mo, kahit pirang magtagpo, dahil malayo ka. Dahil sa iyong
Is the song playing?
pagmamahal, dalangin ko sa may kapal ay ingatan ka. Pag-ibig kong ito'y para sa'yo, pag-ibig na at kahit ikaw ay mahalaga, handa akong magtiis, hindi maghinagpis sa'yo giliw. Ang puso kong ito'y para sa'yo, pag-ibig na walang kapantay. Dahil sa'yo hirang, dahil sa'yo'y mahal kita. Sa huling sandali ng buhay ko'y bibitawan ang salitang pinakamamahal kita. Ang puso kong ito'y para sa'yo, pag-ibig na walang kapantay. Dahil sa'yo hirang, dahil sa'yo'y mahal kita.
Yay! Dahil sa iyong pagmamahal by PJ Villegas.
All right. It's a pretty song. It's too bad we couldn't talk to him about it, but hopefully next time, if he comes back, we can find out more about his musical inspirations.
Yeah, the
Okay,
problem
Kuya
that
Bert.
I have is I hear this song because it says in there that my browser right now here in the ship could not play the video clip, but I figured you guys
Okay.
while you're listening. So I missed that song. I was muted,
Okay.
but I was trying to say I can hear the song, but they did not. Say your browser cannot play the video clip. That's okay. So how
Well,
about
Okay,
Kuya
that?
Irving, Kuya Irving on Facebook said, "Hey Miles, Norb, and Kuya Bert, an interesting program today, starting with Norb alone, then Miles 10 minutes later, then Kuya Bert popping up out of nowhere from his cruise. It's nice to see you all, minus Vicky, and no guests today. Anyways, see you all next week intact. Take care whenever, wherever you'll be throughout the week. See you next week again. Happy
Oh,
Tuesday
we'll be
or
back.
Wednesday." So thanks, Kuya Irving, for being there. Our probably most
yeah.
consistent listener of all time for Fil-Am Radio.
Next
Okay, I want to invite
interview
everyone.
Irving.
I want to invite everyone to join Kuya Bert in our closing prayer. Let's all bow our heads.
Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan. Nagpupuri po kami at nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng mga biyaya, buhay, lakas at subaybay na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin mula sa oras na ito hanggang sa wakas ng aming buhay. Amen.
Amen. Next
Amen.
on
All
Rainier
right.
Avenue. Next
Hey,
on
just
Rainier
one
Avenue
more
Radio.
thing, Norb, just one more thing. Jin texted me and he said that Sophie will pick us up. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
I saw
Thank
your
you,
message, so
Miles.
yeah, she will get you. So yeah,
All right.
yep, no problem. I'll
Forward to
off the air.
you.
We'll communicate with you. But yeah, Sophie will be there for you. So yes, that'll all work out.
Yeah.
So after Miles, you're about to say the final announcements. You want to take that?
Okay. Next on Rainier Avenue is Real Estate and Money. They're doing a pre-recorded show today about April Fool's Day. And
Oh,
tomorrow, that's real estate today. And tomorrow is First Juice, hosted by the Money Fireside Patrol and Superstar TK. And tomorrow, Press Juice guest tomorrow is Aka, aka, who will be doing 4 live performance. So don't forget
Oh,
tomorrow from 9 to 11 p.m. And next week, our special guest is IB Madamba, super singer-songwriter based in San Pedro, Laguna. Thank you so much, Danielle and Kuya Bert and Thank you so much.
oh, one last
Thank
thing I forgot to mention. I didn't have any birthday announcements, but I did want to announce that tomorrow, April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, but this is not an April Fool's announcement. It will be the 30th anniversary of my business partner and I's Quantum Productions. It's 1996, April 1st is when we formed our company 30 years ago. So 30-year anniversary for our business tomorrow. So yeah, it's amazing. We've managed to survive this long. So 30 years, it's a long time. So happy anniversary, Quantum Productions, Mike Lorraine.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
Thank
that's
you
it.
so much,
Thanks for
Danielle.
watching, Daniel.
Bye.
Daniel, thanks again for your superb producing. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Take
Okay.
care, Kuya Bert and Ate
Okay.
Sonny.
Okay.
And
Off
more.
now.
It's a
Thank you,
Fil-Am
guys.
Radio Show. Oh, oh. It's a
All
Fil-Am
right.
Radio Show.
Bye.
Oh, oh. It's a Fil-Am Radio Show. Oh, oh.